Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you'll just smile. This is a ukulele tutorial for the chord sequence for the beautiful song Smile. The chords and melody were written by Charlie Chaplin as the theme for his 1936 film Modern Times. The lyrics were actually written later in 1954 by John Turner and Geoffrey Parsons, and it was first recorded with the lyrics by Nat King Cole in the same year. My arrangement's in the key of F major, which is a common key for it to be played in, and it suits the ukulele well. I'll also be doing a separate tutorial for an instrumental version of the song in a chord melody style, and once I've uploaded it, I'll link to it here. Before we get into breaking the song down, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really helps me out making more of these video tutorials moving forward. The song is in a slow 4/4 time and made up of two 16-bar sections or verses. The chord sequence is the same in both sections, but the lyrics are different. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to be playing a down, down, up, down, up, down, up rhythm with my strumming hand, and sometimes I'll use my thumb for the first down to emphasize the chord changes. So something like this. There's no specific strumming pattern or rhythm for the song, so experiment for yourself and find what works best for you. The chord sequence starts with an F major chord played for the first two bars over the first line, and the melody starting on an F note. So, smile though your heart is aching. The second line is really still just another two bars of F, but the melody for the line moves to an E note. So by playing an F major 7 chord, we end up with an E in the chord. We could play a full F major 7 shape like either of the options shown here, but I prefer to play this rootless version with no F in the chord, which you are probably more familiar with as your usual A minor chord. In context of what's happening in the song, this would be an F major 7 chord with no F or root in the chord. Rootless chords are quite common in more jazzy chord voicings. So let me demo the first two lines. Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. And then in the fifth bar of the song, once again we have another bar of F, but this time the melody starts on a D note. So we can add this note to our F chord by adding our third finger to the third string at the second fret, like so, to give us this partial F6 chord. Again, you'll probably be more familiar with this shape as your standard D minor chord, but in context this would be an F6 chord with the fifth of the chord, the C note, missing. We could play the full version of F6 like this, but I prefer this version without the high C in the chord. So just have a quick listen as I demonstrate the first 5 bars with the melody note descending from F in bars 1 and 2 to E in bars 3 and 4, then to D in bar 5. So, smile though your heart is aching, smile even though it's breaking. When and so on and so forth. Moving to bar 6, we have an A flat diminished 7 chord that still maintains the D in the melody, and this can be played as per the diagram here, or as a barred version now shown. Then in bar 7 we have a G minor chord as the melody moves to a G, and then in bar 8 we play a D7 as the melody is moved down a semitone to F sharp. We could either choose to play the barred D7 here, as per the diagram, or the rootless version, now shown. Try both versions and see which one sounds best for your ears. So I'll just play through bars 5 to 8 now, using the two different versions of D7. So, when there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. Or when there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. So like I say, try both versions and see which one sounds best for you. So at this point we're halfway through the first section or verse with 8 more bars to go. In bars 9 and 10 we effectively have 2 bars of G minor, but I like to play bar 10 as a G minor 7, which gives us the feeling of destabilising the chord before we move to the next bar. So, if you smile through your fear and sorrow. Then in bar 11 we have a B flat minor as per the diagram, that then has a very subtle change to a rootless E flat 9 in bar 12. So if I just play those 4 bars. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow. And then we resolve back to F major for bars 13 and 14. So you'll see the sun come shining. So then in bars 15 and 16 we play a turnaround of 1 bar of G minor and then 1 bar of C13 to take us back to the beginning of the next section or verse. Now C13 is really just an extended C7 chord, and as it may be unfamiliar with you, I find the best way to fret it is to take your G minor chord from the bar before and slide the whole shape up 2 frets and then drop your index finger or first finger across all 4 strings as a bar at the 3rd fret, and you're left with a C13 as per the diagram. This would then resolve back to an F chord at the beginning of the second section or verse. So I'll just quickly demonstrate the whole of the first verse. Smile, though your heart is aching, smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. And as I said earlier in the video, the chord sequence for the second section or verse is identical to the first, but the lyrics are different. So we have the same 2 bars of F major to 2 bars of the rootless F major 7. Then we have 1 bar of that partial F6, moving to a bar of A flat diminished 7, then a bar of G minor, then a bar of D7, and then in the second half of the section we have 2 bars of G minor, or we can make the second bar a G minor 7 instead. Then we have a bar of B flat minor that moves to an E flat 9 chord that then resolves to a normal F major chord for 2 bars. The penultimate bar again is a G minor, and then we slide up 2 frets and bar our C13 chord for that final bar. At this point, we have the option of starting the whole song again by just going back to bar 1, or we can play a 2-bar ending in which we play our standard F major chord on beat 1 of the first bar, and then 3 quarter note triplets of E flat 9 over beats 3 and 4, so, and then we play another standard F major chord on beat 1 of the final bar, and then a barred F6 at the 5th fret on beat 3 of the same bar. So that would sound something like this. So that almost brings us to the end of this tutorial. I will finish the video by playing through the whole song, but before I do, if you found this tutorial helpful, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you have any questions, none of this costs you anything. If you would like a PDF of the full lead sheet for the song with the lyrics and the chord shapes, buy me a coffee, see how to do so in the link of the video below, and I will email a copy over to you. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.
Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile, and maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use of crying? You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you're